Most of AI today is a variation of the same algorithms that we have developed in the 60s and 70s with some variation, and they kind of work very well for specific things, but it's been very hard to transfer that knowledge elsewhere because it's essentially linear algebra and calculus applied over and over again.
ปัจจุบันหลายท่านอาจจะยังไม่ทราบว่าเทคโนโลยีด้านปัญญาประดิษฐ์เนี่ยมันเข้าสู่ second wave นะฮะนั่นหมายถึงว่ายังต้องอาศัย big data แล้วก็ใช้การวิเคราะห์เชิงสถิติโดยใช้ข้อมูลมหาศาลซึ่งบริษัทยักษ์ใหญ่ไม่กี่เจ้าเท่านั้นที่มีนะผลที่ตามมาคือเราไม่สามารถจะกำกับและตรวจสอบได้ MindAI ได้คิดค้นและผลิตเทคโนโลยีปัญญาประดิษฐ์ขึ้นมานะฮะโดยใช้หลักของ human reasoning.
You know, currently, if you look at all the applications of AI, they tend to be very specific, very narrow. And as soon as you move out of that very specific application, then they have to be retrained, or you have to work with different kinds of new data sets and so on. And it's almost like starting from scratch. And the nice thing about Mind.ai and why it came to my attention when Josh Hong, one of the founders, got in touch with me, and Paul Lee, another one of the founders, is that their program goes beyond that. It goes beyond the narrow into something called AGI, or artificial general intelligence.
So we don't know what the future is going to bring. Certainly approaches with traditional methodologies are going to bear fruit for very specific applications, but we will not be able to generalize it. I think there is a fundamental problem in the theory at the conceptual level because it doesn't create a contextual awareness of what it's doing and situational awareness. So it lacks context, and what we would call common sense was never developed and cannot be developed, I think, with current approaches, which are essentially probabilistic. With MindAI, we might be able to do it.
I believe that Mind.ai is very close to more than just cracking the puzzle, but it actually has a form of AGI, artificial general intelligence. Their system can actually think like a human being, and in fact, that's what I find is one of the most promising aspects of Mind.ai. It can do deductive reasoning, inductive and abductive reasoning, things that we just take for granted. You show a 3-year-old how to pick up a object, let's say a salt shaker. That 3-year-old doesn't have to be retrained to pick up a cup or a bowl. It just can generalize from that very narrow application into something much broader.
I got involved with the MindAI folks a while back, mainly because they have this phenomenal approach of combining abductive, inductive, and deductive reasoning in the processor that they have. But it's also the ability of the team to think outside of the box and having an ontology to be built by everyone on a planet in a decentralized setting, which TODA can come in very nicely here.
The most promising aspect of the MindAI project is its ability to store all of the AI information and all of the work that's being done by various people working on AI around the world in a blockchain, which gives a good deal of transparency to what's going on in the system as a whole. MindAI is different from other AI or blockchain projects because it combines these two technologies into one whole, and its goal is to actually create a global blockchain AI-based system.
ช่วยทำให้เทคโนโลยีนี้ถูกตรวจสอบด้วยพวกเราทุกคนนะฮะซึ่งสิ่งนี้มันจำเป็นแล้วก็ผมเชื่อเลยว่าจะทำประโยชน์มหาศาลให้กับเราในฐานะที่เป็นผู้ใช้หรือเป็น user นะครับเพราะจะเป็นเราที่ใช้เทคโนโลยีนี้เพื่อจะพัฒนาศักยภาพของเราแทนที่ปัญญาประดิษฐ์จะมาแทนที่เราถูกไหมครับ
I'd also like to say something about the team. We were very impressed with Paul and his co-founder Josh. Both of them are businessmen. They have started and grown and sold companies on a very successful level. And so we know that they know how to make money, they know how to run businesses. And I think that's going to be a very, very big factor in the future success of Mind.ai.
The ability for them to think of how they can provide AI to the rest of the world to benefit and not just for them is something that resonates with me.
I'm looking forward to seeing what the team can do, to helping in any way I can, and also to interact with the other experts and advisors and the larger community that's going to be involved.